It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and I got back from the gym not too long ago, so I'm going to take a ride and go get an iced coffee.
First thing is first, we gotta put on the helmet because safety always comes first. Look at my crazy squash plant. You only saw it for a second, but it's getting pretty big. And here's me with my orange helmet. This is the back gate that used to be automatic, but it broke, so now you open it manually just like this, which isn't a big deal. And then we start our ride in the alley. I won't lie, when I zoom out of this alley, I always think about Batman flying out of the Batcave. Definitely not the same, but it's what I think about. And here we are in the Shaco Bottom neighborhood. This is Main Street. I really like driving down Main Street because there's just a lot going on and there's a lot of stuff to look at. And, traffic isn't that bad right now. And I love seeing that clock tower in the distance. This is just one of my favorite streets to ride now. And look, another train coming out of the train station. I think we're actually going to ride the Amtrak up from Richmond to New York this fall with some friends. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm downtown now, and I'm trying to get to South Side. This is the route I would normally take, but you can see that the road is closed due to some construction, so I'm going to follow the detour and try to find a way to get over there. Downtowns are always kind of deceptive. I guess this is like more of a business district, It has beautiful buildings, but there really isn't much going on. Just a bunch of offices and business buildings. So not the most fun, but okay, we found a way to get to the bridge leading to South Side. And this is a beautiful view. I'm gonna look over to the right and you'll be able to see Browns Island, and then there's a walking bridge over the river, that's the James River, and there's a walking bridge that goes to Belle Isle, which supposedly Belle Isle is super haunted because during the Civil War it was a prisoner of war camp. In case you don't know, Richmond was the capital of the Confederacy, and they used to keep Union soldiers in terrible conditions on Belle Isle, so their ghosts are probably pretty pissed. Anyways, we're in the Forest Hill neighborhood now. This is a really nice neighborhood. Riding through here is pretty cool because the houses are fun to look at. This is kind of the main stretch, so, I'm driving a little fast. You can't really take your time and look at the houses, but if you were to, maybe another time we'll do a little bit of a dive into the neighborhood and look at some of these cool old houses. But if we were to ever move out of Church Hill, I think Forest Hill is a neighborhood we would consider, but, no one's buying a house right now in this current market. And up on the left here, this immediately to the left as I'm stopping is a really popular gay bar. We haven't been yet. And here is Crossroads, coffee and ice cream. This is my destination. I'm going to grab an iced coffee. Someone parked their motorcycle here, which is objectively cooler than the scooter, the Metropolitan, but we still love it. So we're gonna get parked and have a little bit of an iced coffee. Alright, I drank the coffee. I actually ran into an old coworker from my previous job. We both have since left that job, and I haven't seen her since, but it was nice catching up. So now we are headed home from Crossroads Coffee and Ice Cream and driving back through the Forest Hill neighborhood. about to leave Forest Hill and cross the river again, but on a different bridge. This is actually one of my favorite views of the city of Richmond as you're driving into it. You can already see some of it. You can see the river there, and you can just see the Richmond skyline. This is just a really nice view, and it's always fun to see it as you're driving into the city. I don't come from this direction very often, so it's kind of a treat for me every time I get to see it. On the left, you can see those cranes over there. They're building a bunch of new stuff, and one of them is this outdoor venue near the river. I think they've been advertising it as like Red Rocks in Colorado, but Red Rocks by the river here in Richmond, so we'll see how that pans out. And so now I am coming back towards the Shockoe Bottom neighborhood. This is a little bit of an insane route for me to take because this is a cobblestone road, and the cobblestones aren't quite as tight as they are in other parts of the city, so it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. You can't really tell because the GoPro is doing a phenomenal job of image stabilization, so we know that works. But this is just a really short stretch of cobblestone, so I just try to bear through it. And now we are driving through the Shockoe Bottom neighborhood, but now we are on Canal Street, right next to the canal. This wall to the right is actually the flood wall. They put it up after a hurricane in like the 80s or maybe the 90s. I don't know. There was some hurricane a long time ago and the water actually got up to that height. So they put up these flood walls. Now we are leaving the Shockoe Bottom neighborhood and heading back towards Church Hill. We're back in the Church Hill neighborhood, and you know, I just really love riding the Metropolitan around. I know it's not super fast, and I already feel myself wanting to get something a little faster. Nothing too crazy, but I do think I'm probably gonna get the motorcycle license and get something mostly so me and my partner can ride together. I don't think she wants to drive one herself, but she would like to ride on the back of one, and I don't think 50cc is quite strong enough to get the two of us around. Oh, this building on the right here was supposed to be a brewery like a new one they're putting in the neighborhood, but I guess something fell through and that's not happening anymore, so that's a little bit of a shame, but you know, there's already a ton of breweries around. I guess we will be fine without one more. Checking the time real quick while I'm at the stoplight. Normally I edit these out, but I guess I forgot to, but you know, that's not a big deal. This is the reality of riding around the city is you're gonna hit stoplights, you're gonna hit stop signs. but I'm pretty much almost home, so thanks for coming along on another ride on the Honda Metropolitan in Richmond, Virginia. We'll see you in the next one.